Strength matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly when that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins. And the Bruins will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He goes out of bounds at the 40 after an excellent return. So Washington's offense will get the first swing of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circle.
There he goes! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. To throw, it's Knight. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Finding an escape route. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down. And you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first. And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can keep.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UCLA's offense has the ball for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Shaw. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise. Continue.
Turning it on! And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate in the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw, it's Knight. He's got it down the middle. What a cut. Now he's loose. There he goes to the right. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Washington.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Looking to throw on first down. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a town to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's McNabb. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Looking to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. Pulls in the deep ball. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UCLA.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive game for this offense.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers, what about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Washington right back to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, right? I mean, you saw him throw it, a couple plays ago, and you see him take off and run. They've got to do something to kind of put him at least in a little bit of thinking, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of pressure, because right now he's starting to get in the rhythm, and that's not good for this defense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Perry. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Elevates over his man.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got him downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This guy is just wearing them out. Another 1st down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the 1st half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the 1st half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
And the Bruins have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quickly complete.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but boy, they have to deal with a huge loss on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's going to fire to the left. Just excellent technique by this receiver, working the sideline. Great footwork to stay in bounds.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap and a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to be in the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
The Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll move the tight end. Run the gun, the ground game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Back has it. Oh, they're after him. He's got him wide open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Bruins decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Bruins! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a two-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, it's Knight. Got his man downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you?
The Huskies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The quick out. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Snap it to the back. Fights off a defender. Nice move there. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
They'll run play action. Using the quick game. Runs for the tackle. Stumbled to the ground.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. The Bruins will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to return it. Makes a move. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcats. And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds his big tight end. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
the defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Goes to the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And some room to work. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's McNabb. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The throw. Caught near the sideline. It's Irwin. Man, those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got a man. It's McNabb. At the 40, there he goes. Just keeps moving. Past the 10. Touchdown, UCLA. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. Sam Houston went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Bearcats team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me.
He's got it up to 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Washington. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to fit.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Washington. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Bruins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Got it in the middle. It's Irwin. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Stands in and takes the hit. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they didn't get it forward and